More than 1 in 10 engine failures are linked to oils that should have been banned years ago. Today, we're exposing the worst engine oils you can still buy in stores, including one marketed as high-mileage safe that's secretly damaging modern engines. We'll also break down 5 common oil myths that even experienced drivers still fall for. But the real eye-opener is the bonus tip at the end, the one about certified oils and a $3,000 mistake your mechanic won't warn you about. Let's get into it. Culprit number 1. Non-detergent oil. This stuff is a fossil from another era and has no place in your engine, unless your car belongs in a museum. Non-detergent oils were common up until the 1950s, back when engines didn't even use oil filters. As the name clearly suggests, they contain 0 cleaning agents. Pour this into a modern engine and you're basically throwing a sludge party. Dirt, carbon, and grime will cling to your engine like gum on a summer sidewalk. And the cost? Sludge removal alone can run between $500 and $1,200. But if the buildup blocks oil passages or wrecks internal components, you're looking at $3,500 to $5,000 for a compact engine replacement, or well over $7,000 for a luxury SUV. And it gets worse. These oils also lack anti-wear additives, so your engine is battling heat and pressure with no protection at all. That means accelerated wear, ruined bearings, and lost compression. Unless you're restoring a vintage tractor or reviving Grandpa's classic Chevy for a weekend show, non-detergent oil has no place in your engine. Leave it in the past where it belongs. Culprit number 2. Using the wrong viscosity oil. Oil isn't one size fits all, and picking the wrong thickness can seriously shorten your engine's life. If the oil is too thick, it flows like molasses, slow, heavy, and unable to reach narrow oil passages, especially during cold starts. And that's when nearly 80% of engine wear occurs. Without immediate lubrication, metal parts grind dry for several seconds. On the flip side, oil that's too thin can't handle extreme heat or pressure. It breaks down quicker, loses its protective film, and fails to keep metal components from colliding. That causes friction, scarring, and eventually full-on part failure. Take 20W50 for instance. Way too thick for most modern turbocharged engines like Ford EcoBoost, Mazda Skyactiv, or Hyundai GTI. These engines have ultra-tight tolerances and fast-moving internals that rely on quick-flowing oil. The wrong viscosity can cause rough idling, laggy acceleration, and elevated engine temps. Over time, expect issues like failing variable valve timing systems, clogged oil channels, or even spun bearings. That kind of repair can easily run $1,500 or more. You'll also notice worse fuel economy, more gas station visits, and oil leaks caused by seals struggling with incorrect flow pressure. Stick around till the end. We'll show you a foolproof trick to avoid making this mistake. Culprit number 3. A PISJ and older ratings. Just because it's sitting on a store shelf doesn't mean it's safe for your engine. API-SJ is a high-viscosity oil that's not designed for vehicles made after 2001. Much like non-detergent oils, API-SJ lacks the modern additives that today's engines depend on. It's missing advanced detergents and anti-wear compounds, so it falls short on sludge protection and long-term engine health. You'll see increased friction, accelerated wear, and reduced fuel efficiency. But the biggest problem, it can damage your emissions system, and that's not a cheap fix. Replacing a catalytic converter can set you back as much as $3,000. If you're unsure, here's a quick rule of thumb. Vehicles built after 2010 should use API-SN, and those made between 2001 and 2010 should stick with API-SM. Always double-check the API certification before doing your next oil change. Culprit number 4. Using high-mileage oil in a low-mileage engine. High-mileage oil is designed for engines that have seen some serious wear. It's packed with seal conditioners meant to reduce leaks and slow down aging. Sounds like a good idea, right? Not if your engine is still relatively fresh. In newer vehicles, this type of oil can actually cause problems. Those additives can cause seals to swell, leading to repairs that can run up to $1,000. Soft gaskets and sludge buildup are other unwanted side effects that could end up costing you big. In extreme cases, cleaning out that sludge could rack up a bill of more than $8,000. That's a painful price to pay for using the wrong oil. Bottom line, don't switch to high-mileage oil until your car has passed 75,000 miles. Culprit number 5. Recycled or re-refined oil without proper certification. Every year, around 561 million gallons of motor oil are used by private vehicle owners in the US. Recycling that oil to reuse in cars instead of polluting the environment sounds like a win, but only if it's properly certified. Some of these recycled oils are poorly refined and lack essential additives your engine relies on. Even worse, they may still contain microscopic contaminants that act like sandpaper inside your engine. Uncertified recycled oil breaks down faster, loses its viscosity, and offers weak protection. That leads to poor lubrication, overheating, and costly engine damage over time. If there's no official certification label, like API or ACEA, it's not worth the risk. Always read the label and look for trusted approvals before pouring it in. And don't let a low price tag mislead you. That $15 jug might seem like a steal, until it leads to a $3,500 engine rebuild. Culprit number 6. Using diesel oil in gasoline engines without proper compatibility. We get it. Diesel oils are packed with more detergents and zinc than regular gasoline oils, which makes them seem tougher. In theory, they offer stronger protection, or at least for some parts of your engine. But here's the truth. Diesel oil is too harsh for gasoline engines. It doesn't burn as cleanly, and your emission system ends up taking the hit. The extra zinc can also be brutal on catalytic converters, so unless you're ready to hand your mechanic a $3,000 check, it's best to keep diesel oil far away from your gas engine. Some vehicles are compatible with diesel oils, but always check your owner's manual to be absolutely sure. Even then, it's usually not worth the gamble. Culprit number 7. Skipping oil change intervals. No matter how good your oil is, ignoring recommended oil change schedules is a guaranteed way to damage your engine. Over time, oil breaks down, loses its ability to lubricate, and collects dirt and contaminants that can grind away at engine parts. Skipping changes leads to sludge buildup, clogged oil passages, and overheating. The longer you wait, the worse it gets, and the pricier the repair. You could be looking at repairs costing anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 just because you pushed your oil too far. Don't fall for extended oil change myths or try to stretch your oil past its limit. Follow the manufacturer's guidelines and keep your engine healthy for the long haul. Culprit number 8. Unbranded or generic oils from unknown sources. That no-name bottle on the shelf might catch your eye with a cheap price. But don't be fooled. Unbranded or generic oils often skip the basics. They lack a verified additive package, consistent base oil quality, and proper blending standards. What you're pouring in isn't a bargain. It's a disaster waiting to happen. Without API or ACA certification, you're pouring mystery liquid into your engine. It might break down too quickly, leave harmful sludge behind, or fail to protect under heat and pressure. You could be risking everything from oil leaks all the way to total engine failure. Is saving a few bucks worth the chance of a $7,000 repair? Absolutely not. So how do you avoid this nightmare? Simple. Always check the oil type before buying. There's a reason top brands like Mobil 1, Castrol, and Valvoline proudly show their certifications. They've been tested, trusted, and proven. Stay away from the shady stuff with sketchy labels. If it doesn't have a recognizable name or the right seals on the bottle, don't touch it. But avoiding bad oils isn't enough. Most drivers still fall for oil myths that quietly destroy engines. Let's start by busting the biggest myth that invites sludge. Myth number 1. Engine oil additives always improve performance. Modern engine oils already come packed with carefully balanced additives designed to reduce wear, control sludge, and protect your engine. Adding extra chemicals on top of that is like putting hot sauce on a perfectly cooked steak, unnecessary and potentially harmful. Some of these treatments can interfere with oil viscosity, either thickening it or breaking down its protective film, which does more damage than good. That's why engine makers say, skip the snake oil. No bottle on the shelf can magically turn low-quality oil into liquid gold. For the best results, just stick to what your owner's manual recommends. Myth number 2. Only the manufacturer's branded oil will work. It's not about the logo, it's about the specs. As long as the oil meets the proper standards like API, ACEA, or SAE, you're good to go. Here's the twist. That official oil is often just repackaged products from big-name brands sold at a premium. Car manufacturers don't make their own oil, they simply rebrand it. Forget the marketing hype. Your owner's manual is the real MVP, telling you exactly what viscosity and certifications your engine requires. Think of oil like medicine. You want the right ingredients, not just a flashy label. Use certified oil that fits your car's needs. And don't stop there. We've got even more valuable tips coming up in this video that will help your engine run like new again. Myth number 3. Milky or foamy oil isn't always a problem. Some people think that as long as their engine runs fine, the oil's appearance doesn't matter. Nothing could be more dangerous. Milky or foamy oil is rare and usually signals a serious issue. It could mean coolant is leaking into the oil or water has entered the engine. This often happens if the head gasket is blown or there's a cracked engine block. If it's the latter, you're facing a repair bill that can rival a down payment. One Ford Focus owner ended up paying $11,000 to fix this because he didn't catch it soon enough. Make it a habit to check your oil at least once a month and never skip your oil change schedule. Myth number 4. Synthetic oil causes leaks in older engines. Modern synthetic oil is actually safe and works great in both new and old engines. If leaks appear after switching, those leaks were already there. Synthetic oil just makes them easier to spot. Because synthetic oil is thinner and flows more freely, it seeps through existing cracks that thicker oils used to hide. But that's actually a good thing. You're now aware of a problem and can fix it before serious damage occurs. On top of that, synthetic oil cleans better, handles heat more effectively, and reduces engine wear. So don't blame synthetic oil. Blame worn-out gaskets or seals. Myth number 5. You can't switch oil types. A lot of drivers think that once you go synthetic, you're stuck with it for life. That's not true. You can switch between synthetic, conventional, or even blends without harming your engine. In fact, many oils on the market are already blends. Yes, synthetic oil has advantages. It fights friction, handles extreme temperatures like a pro, and keeps engines cleaner. But it also comes with a higher price tag. That's why some drivers stick with tried-and-true conventional oil. If your engine was designed for synthetic, don't downgrade. But if it runs fine on conventional, you've got options. Your engine just wants the right oil, not a loyalty contract. Myth number 6. Topping off old oil is the same as doing an oil change. Many drivers think that simply adding more oil when the level gets low is enough to keep their engine healthy. That's a big mistake. Topping off doesn't remove the old, dirty oil filled with contaminants and sludge. Over time, this buildup damages engine parts and reduces performance. An oil change flushes out the worn oil and replaces it with fresh, clean lubricant that protects your engine properly. So don't just top off. Stick to regular oil changes to keep your engine running smoothly and avoid costly repairs. Wondering if you've fallen for one of these myths? Don't worry, we're about to show you how to tell if you've been accidentally damaging your engine. The rescue plan. When oil doesn't match your engine's needs, it won't stay silent for long. The first warning sign: increased engine noise. If your car suddenly starts sounding like a sewing machine on steroids, you've got a serious issue. Next up, rough idling or sluggish takeoffs. If your car hesitates at green lights or shakes at red ones, your oil might be the culprit. Burning fuel faster than normal can also be a warning sign. And when that check engine light pops on, don't ignore it. It could mean your oil isn't doing its job properly. Once you've addressed these issues, it's time to start giving your car the care it truly deserves. How to choose the right oil for your car. Step 1. Check the oil cap. That small cap often tells you the exact oil grade your engine requires. Quick and easy. Step 2. Flip through your owner's manual. It's not just decoration. This book details the correct viscosity, oil type, and how much your engine needs. Step 3. Ask a professional. Your local parts store or dealership can quickly look up the exact specs for your vehicle. Don't guess, ask. Step 4. Use a trusted repair guide. Websites like Haynes or AllData provide detailed information tailored to your specific car model. Now that you know what to avoid, don't let a small mistake turn into a costly repair. If you've ever used the wrong oil before, drop a comment below and share your experience. Want extra protection? Check out our video on the hidden car features that most drivers don't know.